Greetings, Bath Warriors. Greetings. Greg is back with another exciting live stream. Whenever you're feeling like watching this, let's talk about the beautiful things that we talk about here at Results Kill Excuses. It's usually about healing, it's usually about this version of ourselves overcoming a lot of excuses. Who's got the excuses? Can't do this, can't do that. Too old. What's the excuses tonight? What's stopping us tonight from becoming the best version of ourselves? What are we lacking right now? It's spring in full time, right? It's full-fledged spring. I love spring because guess what? It's a great time to really focus in on action, taking action. Like you're seeing things come alive. You're seeing all these plants, you're seeing all the birds returning if you're a bird person, right? The trees, the leaves, everything's coming back alive. And yet, are you taking action? Are you coming back alive? Are you starting to put in some work? Appreciate all the love, everybody that's checking in here. We've been having some really good conversations here. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. There's been a lot of them, and there's going to be a lot more because we are not stopping this message. My heart is full and keeps getting fuller. What does that mean? That means that my desire to help inspire change in the hearts and minds and the lives of other people keeps growing every single day. I realize the importance. From Vietnam, what's up, Jim Bean? From Vietnam. I got a buddy, he just retired out there. I was like, dang, dude. He's telling me to go make that move. I said, not yet, man. Not yet. Beautiful thing about what I love to do is I just saw 222s. Is, we can do things remotely from anywhere. So it is good. It is good to give yourself permission to be free if that's what works for you, what aligns with you. But when we talk about action, right? Action, what happens without the action? Right? I'm sure there's lots of football fans on here. I used to be the biggest sports fanatic. I'm not a sports fanatic. Hello, Samara. Not anymore. But I at least pay attention slightly. And you got to figure all these men getting drafted into the NFL, they wouldn't have that opportunity if they didn't ever take action. It takes action, you guys. And there's a lot of you here. There's a lot of you. You're this close. Hello. There's a lot of you that is this close. You're this close to finally getting the courage, the strength, the confidence, the clarity, the inspiration, the motivation to say, you know what, I'm going to take that leap. I'm going to take action. And follow through. Because the thing about it is one action alone is the beginning, but it takes consistency, consistent actions, right? I can tell you one of the hardest things to do. One of the hardest things to do is to get in shape if you're out of shape. And y'all know this. That's why it's like so intimidating. If you're out of shape, it's scary, man. It's hard. It's hard to go from being way out of shape to get back in the gym and like creating a consistent, routine and showing up sore. And it's hard. But I'll tell you what, if you can make a routine out of it and show up, right? For anybody that is willing to show up, regardless how you feel, you'll get there. You'll get there and you have the ability. And that's not a physical thing, right? That's a mental thing. It's mental. The mentality that you need is a positive mindset, a growth mindset, an open mind to say, just because you tried something last week, last year, 5 years, 10 years ago, and you didn't like it and it sucked, that doesn't mean that it sucked. That just meant that maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe it wasn't the right person. Maybe it wasn't, maybe there's a lot of different reasons. Maybe you just had a shitty attitude. Maybe you had set yourself up for failure because you had a lot of resistance towards it. Maybe you felt forced, right? Anybody ever feel forced to do something and then you go do it? It's not as fun as when you're like all excited and can't wait. That's like me right now. I can't wait. I can't wait. This time tomorrow, I'm going to be in Sedona, Arizona for an incredible weekend of connecting with a lot of beautiful light workers, healers, people that are just seeking to grow and expand beyond the limits of whatever it is that we can construct in our mind. And so, I'm excited. I've been like working and doing all the things. I've been doing all the things. I've been meal prepping and getting ready because I like to maintain my nutrition even on road trips. It's like a 6-hour drive, but I'm all excited. I'm so excited to hit the road, and I know I'm going to be doing some fun things. Thank you so much. Nothing special. Nothing special. And yet, thank you, bro. And yet, what would it take for you to get excited about doing something new? Right? Doing something new. Thank you, my brother. Especially if you know it would be good for you. I think everybody knows in their heart of hearts that exercise is good for you. Exercise is good for you. I think everybody knows that learning new things is also good for you, right? Eating healthy, good for you. I think everybody knows any kind of overindulgences of food or chemicals or all kinds of other things like addictions is probably not so good for you. That's exciting. I'm excited I love hearing about people trying new things. And what you're saying is exactly right, man. It's okay to be nervous. When you do something new, it's okay to be nervous. It's natural. The thing is what you need to weigh out is, are you nervous or is it dangerous? Like we like to create anything that feels uncomfortable is dangerous. And it's so then we give ourselves an out. But being nervous, doing something new, that's natural. That's how you know you're alive. That's the beauty of life. My hair routine, man, just wash, rinse, repeat. It's wash, rinse, and repeat. Everybody thinks I'm doing something over here, man. This is just natural. Some conditioner, combing it wet, man, and it's about as wild as it gets. It's about as wild as it gets, you know. I get a lot of guys like I've never had my hair this long, and I feel like there's a few people that I've been around recently, guys, and they've grown their hair long like this, right? Just I don't know if I inspired them. Maybe I think so. And one guy, he had his hair long recently, and then he cut it, and I give him a compliment. I was like, "Dang, dude, you look good with a haircut." I do sing, not on here though. Well, you could actually, some of you would interpret what I'm saying as a song, right? It's a song of life. It's a song being reverberated all around the world, trying to inspire people to get out, to step away from some of the distractions and to plug in, to lock in, to focusing on what truly matters, which is working on yourself, right? Cultivating your dreams, building up your dreams, becoming the best version of yourself. Like there's hate to use that 4-letter word because most people are so burnt out by it, but it's called work. But it's effort. It does take effort. Your life's not going to improve just by trying to play it by trying to be as chill and not rock the boat as possible. That's not gonna improve your life. Improving your life isn't because, you know what, I'm not gonna rock the boat. I'm gonna just try and tread lightly and mind my own business. That doesn't improve your life. That keeps you playing small. That keeps you contracted, right? You're meant to do big things. You're meant to do the highest thing that you possibly can. And in order to do that, that means you're gonna have to shine. That means you are going to have to shine. Well, how do you shine? You gotta believe in yourself. That's how you shine. By believing in yourself. By understanding what is your gift. Do you know that every single person on this planet has a different gift? Every single person. What's your gift? What's that hidden gift? I wish I could shine the light on you guys right now. Right. There's me shining the light, trying to say, what is that? What is that? What's that special gift? What's that special gift? Because we all got one. You got a gift that is literally just yours. It's not my gift. It's your gift. Unfortunately, um, comparison is the thief of joy. So you see other people that have a gift or something you're interested in, and they're already being really successful. So I think your lack of confidence is what keeps holding you back. When it really takes, like, man, there's two types of people in this world, right? There's two types of people. You're either building or you're destroying. And a lot of people don't understand what I even mean by that, but it's true. You're either a builder or you're a destroyer. And what I'm talking about is in your own life, right? You are either in self-destruct mode or you can be both. The analogy, two steps forward, three steps back. You can absolutely be building one day and then tearing down what you built the next, right? Or you could be someone that starts something. This is me, right? You guys, I hope all you guys know that anything I talk about, it's all filtered through first person, right? This is who I used to be. And some of this, there's still residual. I can still struggle with following through. But if you're someone that starts something and then you don't finish it, you just leave it. So that's like you started building and then you're destroying it by not following through with it, right? By not following through with it. When you follow through, that's when you get past resistance. And we all face resistance. I think a lot of people don't quite understand what resistance is, but it is an invisible force. Anytime that you embark on something new, a project, an idea, a new habit, you take that leap of faith or you start it and then you get hit with what's called resistance. Like there's gonna be a reason. There's gonna be some sort of a reason for you to give up, to abandon it, to be distracted and say, you know what? I don't know. That was probably a dumb idea. It's probably not gonna even do anything anyway. So what's the point? You had a little bit of motivation, inspiration, then you have a hard time following through. When it's like every single person that's ever been successful has had to overcome resistance. And it's like you almost wish you could just let everyone know out there that struggles with self-confidence, struggles with believing in themselves, struggles with truly embracing challenges and difficult things, to know that, wait, like you're no different than any other successful person, other than the fact that they just didn't stop. They kept going. And that's something I've worked on. Again, following through. I have a story about following through, and it kind of relates to, yeah, it was the beginning of my 13 year, right? I'm on my 13 years sobriety, right? So it's been like really 13 years of working on myself. Well, in the first, let's just call it like in the first, probably the first year. Yeah, I've been a historical quitter too. In the first year of my sobriety, it was really interesting. I had walked away from a really lucrative job, and because it was in the beer industry, I mentioned this story before. Like a sober guy found a job in the beer industry, and that's where I had my relapse. I don't blame them. I blame me. I was the problem. Alcohol is not the problem. I'm the problem. It is a poison, though, and it's not good in your body. That aside, within my first year of getting sober, I had to kind of reinvent myself. And I realized that, you know what, maybe I want to go back to school. And as a veteran, I had all kinds of benefits so that I could go back to college, finish up a business degree. And so I did just that. And one of the first classes I was taking, it was a small group communication class. And it was a real fun, interactive class. However, I remember there was this one older lady. She was like probably in her 70s, and she was really hard of hearing. And we're talking about a group communication class, and most of the students there were early 20s. And then there was like some in the 30s, which was me, and then there was this older lady. And I took a liking to her. I used to like sit next to her and we would chit chat. And I remember one day we were in class and she says, "Hey, I can read handwriting." Right? She says, "I can read handwriting. Can you write something? I want to read your handwriting." And I said, "What? That's okay. What are you talking about?" And so I wrote down my name. I wrote down my name like this, right? My name's Greg. So I wrote down my name like that. And she says, "Oh, look." She's all, "Man, you're so close. Do you see that little G right there?" She's like, "You're so close." She's all, "You don't even understand how close you are. If you could just do this one thing," look at the little G there. She says, "If you could just," and she goes to the bottom of that little G and she goes up. "If you could just follow through, right? The way it goes there now," she's all, "if you would just follow through, you'd be unstoppable. Anything you'd want, you could accomplish if you would just follow through." From that day forward, I'm telling you, I think this lady was an angel because I don't even remember if she finished the class, and I don't ever remember if I seen her again. But she was there that day, and she gave me this message about following through. And so anytime, like, you can tell that that was such an impactful interaction that I've never not signed my name like that now. All my G's, I follow through with all of them. That's how impactful just that one little interaction was. And it has helped me because that was early on, the first year of of my 13-year healing journey, 13 years of being sober. And to think that that instance is something I could share here today, I know it was impactful in my life. I know I needed to hear that. Well, guess what? I believe I carry a lot of things that some of you need to hear. But not only hear it, right? Because I didn't just hear her and say, "Oh, that's dumb, whatever." And then I just kept writing the way I want to write. No, I responded. I said, there was something about it that I responded, as I just said. And this is a perfect example of the connection between myself and you listening here. If you're here and you're listening, you're hearing this message, you're hearing it, whether it's live or the next day or the next week or any time in space, if you're hearing this message, I absolutely believe, just like I believe that lady was meant to be in that class, I'm telling you, I think she was an angel. I do not remember seeing her ever again. She just disappeared. She gave me her book because I didn't have a book, and she just gave me the book, and I never saw her again. And it was not the end of the year, the semester. She just like bounced. But the message was received because I'm not still over here saying, oh, I don't give a shit about that. That's so dumb. What does that lady know? And still writing the way I used to write. No, I heard what she said and I said, you know what? What do I have to lose? I think you're right. It was one of those things where I could see in my own light that I needed to, that was something I needed to do. Like she called me out in an area that I knew I needed to improve, that I could make some improvements on. Thank you for everyone sharing the message. And yet I feel like sometimes I'm talking to people that you're hearing this message, and I know what I'm saying is not easy to do, but it's time to start doing it, something little by little. What could you start doing? Could you start doing some journaling? Are you going to just get a blank notebook, or are you going to take advantage of the incredible deal for the 1% Better Everyday Journal? This is the best journal on planet Earth right now. It's the funnest journal by far, and it's definitely going to help you. Look at this is journaling. Look how fun this page looks. It just looks fun looking at it. You know it does. And yet, when I look back on my life, I say, man, journaling is a part of my everyday life. It's keeping my mind clear, sorting through the issues in my life. Anytime I have a stressor or feeling overwhelmed or anything, I start downloading all that stuff because I don't want all of that living in my mind. And so many of you, your minds are like an overcrowded room with lots of people having lots of different discussion at all different tones. And it's like, it's chaotic. It's not clear. And yet here's somebody that's sharing a message with you that somehow I hear from a lot of people, oh man, I needed this. Oh man, it spoke to me. And it's like, great. What are you going to do with it? I'm not just here for the talk. I'm here to do the work. I'm doing my work, and I'm hoping to inspire many, 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 if not all of you, to get on the bandwagon. What's up, Adam? To do the work. Well, what's the work? It's not the 9 to 5 you're doing that you're miserable about. The work you're doing is about it's tapping into the unlimited potential of who you truly are. It's sorting and sifting through all the stuff. It's like the overburden. It's all the stuff that's not necessary in your life. It's sorting through that, figuring out who you truly are. And so right now, if anybody's interested in or has thought about journaling, it's one of the most important tools that I do. I developed the 1% Better Everyday Journal. It's right there in the shop. It's right there in the comments. And I'm running an incredible special on it right now. Normally $100, it's $85. And it's not just a notebook. It's not just paper, right? There's a full 91-day coached program that guides you from self-sabotage to self-mastery, right? With video coaching from me within the Results Kill Excuses app. And yet, there's one option, right? What's the other option? We all know the Breath of Life Healing Circle, right? Breath of Life Healing Circle. If you're new here, if you haven't heard about it, it's starting May 4th, which is not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend, Sunday, we are going to be meeting for our first Breath of Life Healing Circle group. To sign up, you can go to resultskillexcuses.com, click on Breath of Life, and sign up. And if you sign up now, you'll be a part of the Founders Circle, which there's a discount for that. But even better is I got these really cool things here. Anybody Marvel fans? Marvel comics? the Infinity Gauntlet. These remind me of the Infinity Gauntlet, but these are the 7 chakra infinity positive energy results kill excuses bracelets, right? That I'm literally making by hand myself, right? It's got hematite, tourmaline, and 7 types of tiger's eye. It's even got a little results kill excuses. Keep going. It's got some motivational bead. Keep going. Find a way, not an excuse, right? And there's a results kill excuses bead on there. But these are incredible, and they're actually big beads. There it is on my, there it is. Where is it? What happened? Why did it freeze? There it is on my wrist. It's pretty big. Those are big beads. So you'll get that for free, right? That's a $50 value for signing up for the Breath of Life Healing Circle. What is that? You might ask. Well, that's going to be probably the greatest opportunity for you to step into a whole nother level of healing, to activate your healing journey. There's a lot of people that you're sitting there, you're waiting for something, you're wondering what you can do. This is going to be a very safe container for you to come in. The cost right now, it's $80 per month. We're going to meet 3 times a month. So whatever that boils down to for 3 sessions, it's beyond worth it. And guaranteed, I guarantee. So I've even put a guarantee on it. If you sign up for the Breath of Life Healing Circle and show up for the 3 sessions in May, go to the website if you want to see more information on it and the calendar. There's a calendar on here on the website. There's some videos. There's really some background. But what we're going to be doing in about the 90-minute to 2-hour session, we're going to do some reflection work, journaling, right? Some guided journaling. We're going to do visualization. And we're also going to do a lot of breathing, a lot of intentional breathing, which is something that, we think we know how to breathe, because if we didn't, none of us would be here. But when you start breathing with intention and start really moving your energy, because most of us are shallow breathers, so we just take shallow breaths. When you really start to build up. So the guarantee is this: if you go and you're like, that was a total waste of my time, or you're just unhappy, right? But you actually showed up, you did the work, right? And it wasn't something for you, I'll give you your money back. Money back guaranteed. The question is, why not 3 times per week? Because we need to build up the community. 3 times a month is going to be pretty solid. What my goal is in teaching that first month, those first 3 sessions, you're going to be able to really start to activate your own morning routine, your own breathwork routine, so that you're actually doing these practices every day, right? So it's kind of like training wheels. So it's like you meet up on the Sunday. That's a big group of people coming in with the same intention, wanting to breathe together, reflect, connect, visualize, where it's not like there's a lot of distraction when you're just live streaming here and people popping up. But when you actually create a container that draws people in that are ready for that are really ready for that guidance and that support in a safe container where they're not going to be judged. I could see it going more times a week. I think you have to build it out. I think if you say, well, 3 times a week to start, I think it's too much. Again, it goes back to my own advice on any time you're starting a new habit, you're starting something new. It's like, we want to do it quick. We want to do it fast, but 3 times is like super duper commitment. I mean, I breathe I'm doing these practices for myself every single day, no exceptions. I'll be on the road this week every single day. I'm gonna make time to breathe. Right? It's. I don't stop just because I'm on quote unquote vacation or on a road trip. That doesn't mean shit to me. I'm still showing up needing to be the best version of me. So the breathwork sessions are going to be Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. However, if that time does not work for you, every session will be recorded and there's going to be a lot of video content on the app for you to be supported so that you're not just lost in the sauce. But it's going to be Sunday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's going to probably be a 2-hour session. I'll probably get started closer to like 8:30 just for connection. The fun thing about it, the good thing about it is when I do the breath works here, we're just breathing. Can't really play music, but I actually have a lot of um, soundtracks built out specifically for breath work and just doing fun, like getting into it. And we'll be able to do that on the closed stream that I use here. So it's basically a members only event. And I definitely welcome every single one of you. If you're interested, I mean, if there's just something that you've been looking for, like I said, I believe my soul and your soul have made an agreement to work together. People don't just stumble on this content by accident. This is not, I believe this would benefit everybody, but not everybody's ready yet. Yet. I say yet. But the fact that you're here listening, right? If I was in your shoes and I would and I know this, I absolutely know that this is not boastful, this is not prideful, this is not even just bragging, right? Bragging. Broken people say this would be bragging. I just know the amount of work I've done in the past 13 years, and I know how even my work is even getting deeper and deeper and more accelerated now. There's very few people on this planet right now that have the level of healing that I've achieved. The true essence of healing, that emotional healing, the mental, emotional, spiritual, physical healing, the total package. There's some guru type people out there, but you look at them and it's like they still got some issues for whatever reason, right? There's a lot of religious type people, they got issues. And so it's like, I just know that when I look out and I talk to enough people, men, women, and everything in between, right? There is a lot of work for people to do on themselves, right? Regardless of where they're at. And I know what the kind of work I've done, and I know the message I'm putting out there is coming through my experience, being able to distill down the things that I have worked on relentlessly, fuck, in order to continue progressing as I see 3. And to me, one of the greatest things that I enjoy doing is helping other people. It's the thing I love to do. I love it. I love it so much. So I would love to see you take that leap of faith, join the Breath of Life Healing Circle, sign up today. You're going to get, I'm telling you, man, these right here, this is like the Avengers Infinity Gauntlet of like healing. This is the positive energy, negative energy reflection. If you didn't see this, you're going to get one of these for free if you sign up. This is a $50 bracelet. These are not cheap. This is all natural. It's got hematite, tourmaline, and 7 types of tiger's eyes. I mean, these are beautiful bracelets. I even love the beads. The Results Kill Excuses bead on there, right? And on the other side, it says, keep going. It says, keep going. Find a way, not an excuse. As soon as we get all these out to the founders circle, which are the people that sign up for Breath of Life now, you get this free. You will be able to buy these, right? Individually. Individually, you'll be able to buy these. And these are I wear mine every single day, so it's not even just let me just come up with something for looks. No, I love minerals. I'm a big mineral guy, big rock guy. I got rocks everywhere. Rocks everywhere. I love rocks. That's why my higher self, his name is Rocky. That's probably the nerdy part of me. I mean, the way that you get the flow going, man, is if I was in your position, emotionally numb, I would, again, so if I was in anyone's shoes here right now, I'm telling you, the two things that I would get, the two things I would just give a try. What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? 1% better everyday journal. I would start there and I would get on the breath work. The breath work healing circle. A lot of research. Yeah, a lot of research picking which rocks to go in here. Yeah, so the color coding on all these are not actually a little hard to find, right? Tiger's Eye is a beautiful rock, and the hematite, all of these are meant for. So the tiger's eyes are going to help because they're all color coded towards your seven chakras. These stones are the prettiest, man. It's hard to see it, but it's called the Galaxy Tiger Eye. It's like this iridescent one. It's so badass. But the hematite, the tourmaline, and the tiger's eye, those are like the triad of like protection over negative energy, right? But I just kind of flip it to say these are the positive energy, right? Bracelets, and they will help with clearing your chakras. So that's what I would do online. Money. I mean, if I could get all of you to sign up for that Breath of Life group, I mean, I guarantee you, there's no one here that's gonna be like, I don't understand why I did that. No, you're gonna be like, woo, that was crazy. That was so wild. How? Because you've never tried anything like that before. And when you kind of surrender, right? We all want to be in control of everything, and we all want to overanalyze, and that's the biggest issue right now, man, is everyone's out there overanalyzing. You're just trying to overthink it, overanalyze it, and nothing's getting done in your life. Again, I started this spring into action. You got to take action. And this is the action to take. It's like, okay, if you don't think that if you're not somebody that doesn't journal, but you're interested in it, go get yourself a blank notebook and wake up in the morning, get the crusties out of your eye and figure out what you want to write about. Right? Just do that. That's what I did. But as I did that, I have a teaching background, and just going through this healing experience, I said, dude, I had people asking me, hey man, can you teach me how you journal? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And then I had a vision to like, how could I come up with like a fun, easy to follow way to like start with positive affirmations, reflect on yesterday, what you could do, what you did right, what you could do better, create goals for today, and wash, rinse, and repeat. It's very repetitive because we need redundancy as people, because redundancy is what's going to break you of your old patterns and start to create the new ones. Right. But if you think, I don't know, man, a whole 5 course lesson also built into this, that's what makes it unlike anything else, is the fact that you also download the app, and in there's over 40 videos. It's probably 200 hours worth of lessons about life, about values, about boundaries, about self-sabotage, about self-mastery, self-awareness. It's I put a lot into this. I've put so much into it. And yet there you are saying, well, I don't know. I think I could just do a notebook. Go do the notebook. Please do something. Do something. right? If you're like, "Nah, man, I'm too stretched," or "I don't know, that seems gimmicky, I don't think it's gonna be it." Please, man, just go get yourself a five-star notebook and start writing down some of the shit in your head. If you don't wanna do the easy route, right? You don't wanna do the easy way, right? You would take the hardest way, that's okay. Most people need that. They need the hardest way. And a lot of you will do that way, and here's what usually happens. You'll give up. Versus you have accountability partner with this. Because in all the videos, I'm like, keep going. I'm there coaching you, guiding you along. It's not just you doing it by yourself. Are the videos live? No, this is live. But those videos are very interactive where it's a lot of encouragement. You don't have to feel like you're out there by yourself, just flailing in the wind. And certainly showing up for yourself for something probably unlike anything you've ever done, which is a healing circle. Which is like, what is that? What is a healing circle? Like, I don't know if I'm worthy of a healing circle. It's like, man, all you got to do is be willing to say, you know what? There's some things about me that I want to figure out. That's what the healing circle is about. It's a safe, the reason why it's called a healing circle is because it's a container. A circle is a complete, it's enclosed. So it's enclosed. When you enter into the circle, it's enclosed. You are safe. You are supported. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to feel embarrassed. You may feel embarrassed, but you're not going to be judged. No one's going to ridicule you. No one's going to laugh at you. No one's going to be like, putting you down. It's not going to be general, internet thing. That's why it has to be paid. It has to be a closed membership type environment so that you can be rest assured to know that it is a safe space for you to show up, to maybe even share with the group. You don't have to, but there probably is going to be some people that want to share their experience. And that's what's beautiful when you can realize like, man, I'm not alone. We all feel alone though, huh? You feel alone right now. And your mind wants to get you to keep feeling alone, right? And yet you don't know how to break that. And it's just like, man, freaking take action, sign up. Sign up. Once you sign up, like all you gotta do is now. Once you sign up, all you gotta do is show up. That's it. Sign up, show up, and just surrender to just following my lead. Right? That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to show up knowing anything. Just follow my lead. I'm gonna send you some worksheets. You go watch a video, work on it, do some life review stuff in private, take your time with it, and then you just show up, right? We'll do some visualization, we'll do some breathing, we'll do some connecting, and that's it. That's it. And it's like, well, wait, but how is that going to be beneficial? Just it's different. It's going to be very beneficial. So much that I'm all in. I went to a yoga studio today because, again, I don't want to just be doing it online. I'm going to be doing it here in all northern New Mexico. I'm going to Sedona. You guys, I'm going to Sedona this week. I believe in the breathwork so much that I'm going to Sedona this week. I'm going to go to Bell Rock. It's a very popular place. And I'm literally going to put blankets out there. And I know there's going to be a lot of people there. And I'm literally just going to be like inviting people, hey, do you want to come do some breathwork? Right? What do you mean? Really? Some breath work? Yeah, right now. You want to do it? Right? And it's going to be, and I can already feel it. I feel that there's going to be people just spontaneously just popping up saying, oh yeah, that sounds great. Let's try it. And it's going to be wonderful. And we'll see how the service is over there, but I may film it. I'll probably film it or maybe just stream it. Who knows? But that's how much I love it. So I do appreciate all of you that are thinking about looking into it. Right? It's worth looking into. If you're feeling stuck in anywhere, right? I'm not going to sing. I am singing right now. I'm singing right now. Can't you hear me, Alexis? This is a song. This is a song right now. I'm serenading all of you with love, joy, peace, light, and also some truth bombs and some challenges and some a little bit of trying to a little bit of fire, right? Try to light a fire under you guys to spring into action. You got to, what is it going to take for you guys to take action? You're here. You're here. And it's like I feel like I'm having to help deprogram so many people that we're just, I think in society we're just used to showing up and being a spectator, especially with social. We're just so used to just watching, and it's like, man, I'm doing the work. I mean, trying to encourage you to do the work as well. That's awesome, Space Coyote. I love I love I love sober people. I love all people, but those that are able to get sober, it doesn't solve all your problems. But man, it's kind of it is step 1. It was step 1 for me, right? It was absolutely step 1 for me. Was hitting the rock bottom and knowing that I can't keep doing this, man. I can't keep doing this. I gotta end this relationship. And you know what's so weird? I'll share something with you guys. So I know I've mentioned it. If you listen a lot, you may have heard me say this, but when I was in the 8-week or the 8-day um breathwork certification workshop, I really got re-inspired to write my book. And it's something that I had started a few years ago, but I kind of stopped. I stopped writing it. I kind of outlined it chapter wise, but then I stopped. And I just got going down some other paths, but it's something I knew was on my heart. And I told myself, right? We're talking about springing into action. I've got a lot of different things going on, and that's okay. I like doing different things. I like having lots of things to do versus sitting there wishing I was doing things. How many of you guys are sitting there wishing you're doing things, and then when you start doing things, you have more things to do? But it's like, are you having fun? I made all these bracelets, right? I made all these bracelets for all you beautiful people. You sign up for the Breath of Life Founders Group. Look, I'm going to send you one of these. I made all of these today. I ordered all the beads. I'm beading. I'm just doing it. It's creativity, and I'm having fun doing it, right? Ordered the Results Kill Excuses beads. Come on now. Come on now. This is next level, you guys. This next level. But it's having fun doing this stuff, right? It's having fun. And I think we forget about having fun. And the way that you have fun is when you start tapping into your creativity. And like, this may not feel like creativity, but it is. This is a lot of creativity. I love this because I had to go and like shop and look for all the bead sources and research which ones that I want to use, because I always filter this through myself. Like, I promise you, you will probably never see a day in my life where I'm not wearing this thing, right? And it's not just for looks. It's like I can feel it. I feel the energy. And even on top of that, when you get one of these, give it a smell. They'll all be anointed with some chakra clearing oils. And so you're going to like pick up on that. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And yet, back to the book is, again, I'm walking the walk. And I've been honest, even when times when I dropped the ball on myself. But here's the thing. I told myself this week, I said, look, I had the vision that it's time to start writing the book. And I gave myself 1 year. I wrote it down in my journal. I said, 1 year, right? 1 year. And so in order to write a book in 1 year, it's, the old version of me was someone that said, okay, I'll write the book in 1 year. And then 8 months come by and I'm like, "Oh shit, I only got 4 months." And then you're like trying to write a book all like, "Duh." But no, the new version of me, right? The healed version of me realizes that to eat an elephant, it's not going to be one big bite. It's little bites every day. That's why you have something that's called the 1% better everyday journal, 365, 24/7, no days off. 1%. So many of you don't take action, right? You don't take action because you are like you're intimidated by a process that takes commitment over an extended period of time, commitment and consistency over an extended period of time, little efforts over an extended period of time create incredibly huge results, incredibly huge results. And yet here I am in the midst of my own fires of life. Y'all have no idea. Fires of life. I'm being tried, right? If right, this is like I am going through like a final exam to prove myself worthy of what the powers that be, great spirit, God, universe. I can promise you guys that I don't like to talk about it when I'm like really in the heat of stuff, but I am absolutely in the fucking fire right now. I'm in the fire and I still have a smile and I can still get on here. And it doesn't matter because I keep myself centered and grounded on myself. I live a clean and clear life. And yet I had a vision. I said I was going to do it, write my book in a year. Through my breath work, the really powerful thing when you get into the breath work group, what's going to happen is you're going to get out of your head and you're going to get into your body, which is really getting into your heart. And you're going to start receiving what I call downloads. You're going to start getting visions and downloads of like with all of you, if you're thinking like, man, I'm so stressed, I'm in my head, I can't get out of my thinking, da, 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 da. It's like you need to get into your body. And the way you do it is through breath. And to do it in a guided process, you're going to start getting all kinds of downloads, which again, one of the requirements for the Breath of Life group is that you have some kind of a notebook, something handy to be able to like write and record all these things. In just the past few weeks, I've had some incredible downloads. I had this download, the beats, right? The beats. And I even want to go and I want to see if I can make an impact in the homeless community here because there's some people I help out on a regular basis that I feel would be responsible enough if I was to give them the materials, right? And tell them, look, for every one of these you make, I'm going to give you I'm going to pay you to make these. And then ultimately people that are buying them, literally money from that goes directly to try and help somebody out there that's like needing to get a kickstart in life. Like that's the way my mind thinks. It's just like, it's not just about me. It's about you. It's about other people. How do we raise each other up? So in terms of the book, I told myself 3 times this week, minimum 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes of just working on the book, right? Writing, typing, working on the book 3 times this week. Well, guess what? We're at Thursday and I hadn't done any days. Fuck, I hadn't done any days, right? So I'm like, shit, man, I'm really coming down to it. So I got like, I finally, like, I felt resistance, you guys. I felt this is what happens, the resistance. And it's the reason why there's resistance is because I'm having to go into the darkest. The book starts out with the beginning of the darkest night of my soul, which was the beginning of this 13-year sobriety, right? It was the night that me and my ex-wife, then wife, got into an altercation. And eventually a few days later, I got arrested for domestic violence. I mean, that it starts in that night, right? Before the fall. And I don't get into the story. The book, you guys are going to be excited about this book. And I really started digging into it today. I thought I was only going to do 13 chapters. I'm like at like 17 chapters. And every chapter is going to have real deep life lessons for you, like assignments and things for you to reflect on. But I can tell you the name of the book is called The Chronicles of the Drunk Motherfucker. How I went from juvenile delinquent, sports fanatic, political junkie to a fully healed, divine masculine, spiritual healer, right? How did I transform myself? Well, I'm going to tell that story. And it goes all the way back. It starts at the darkest night, but then it quickly goes into me remembering my birth. I remember being born. Does anybody remember being born? It seems far-fetched, but I remember being born. I remember right before I was born, it was like conscientious. I totally remember the darkness. I've had dreams about this. I remember this. And then yeah. So I'm excited because I finally broke down some resistance to finally just locking in there and saying, I'm like, wait, I got all these other things to do. I don't have time to write the book. And it's like, no, man, make time. You guys make time for the things that matter to you. And if you have a hard time making time for the things that matter to you, guess what? Here it is again. The 1% Better Everyday Journal, every day. This is it. So you have everyday worksheets. This is an everyday worksheet that you do. And at the bottom here, every day you write down 3 things that matter to you. These are 3 daily goals. Well, guess what? At the beginning of the month, you write down 3 things that matter to you. At the beginning of every week, you also do the 3 things that matter to you, and you try and break things down. This is absolutely what can kickstart you to being more self-accountable. And again, there's the coolest thing in this isn't just the fun style of it, right? Which if you order today, I send you guys the throwback 4-color pens. It's so fun to do journaling when you're like changing colors. I can show you one of my worksheets, right? This is how I do it. You can see that. Look, I switch up colors. I make it fun, right? I like to mix up the colors. It's literally journaling made fun and easy. And the best thing about it is it goes with you anywhere you want. And it's not just like some boring like question and answer shit. This is you getting to do some affirmations in the morning, some gratitude, reflections, come up with some goals, right? Do some more affirmations. And then the thing that's built into this that is what truly makes it unlike anything else is the fact that there's a self-mastery 5-phase course in there, right? There's a whole course in this journal that takes you in the 91 days from self-sabotage to self-mastery. And in that, there is video lessons on the Results Kill Excuses app that you watch as you answer some of these questions. Like on this day, this is day 5. First phase, breaking through self-sabotaging patterns. The goal is to identify and dismantle behaviors and beliefs that block progress. Guys, I have built this for your success. Here's the questions you got to answer on day 5. What does my life look like if I keep self-sabotaging? What would my life look like without self-sabotaging behaviors? There's a lot of reflection in here. And on the tougher days, you'll see that little video icon, video support. In there, when you go onto the app, you'll find that day 26 and you'll get a video, like a lesson from me helping to teach you what this whole lesson is about. Like on this day, it's talking about how will I celebrate small wins in a healthy way to keep myself motivated. List 6 healthy ways for you to celebrate your wins. And in this one, there's actually a class with me teaching you about how to go from, you know, sort of cheat days, cheat meals to like creating healthy ways to celebrate your success. Because your success is what matters most and you're not helpless. So, for those of you that are looking to try something and you just can't figure out what it is, but you know you need to do something or try something, it's like, give this a try. The 1% Better Everyday Journal, right? What matters? So, there I was today writing, starting the book. And what's crazy is I had started it 2 years ago. I couldn't find that. Right. So that was another obstacle is I know that I had started writing for about a month and I looked all over my computer, all over my files online. I could not find it. And guess what? I almost want to give up. Right. That's just how we are. I'm like, you're all defeated. I was like, oh man, I was going to pick up where I left off and da 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 da. And I felt some resistance and I said, you know what? Fucking let's start from scratch. We're going to start from scratch. What, like, it's this, the story's the same. You know what you had written. The cool thing is you'll probably write a little better. And that's what's beautiful is really when I started it, it was probably 3 years ago. Man, the last 3 years is going to be incredible. You know, has some incredible stories in the last 3 years that will absolutely add a tremendous amount of value to the book in terms of just the experiences, you know, for me to really just share so much that I've been through. I've been through it all, you guys. I know what it was like, you know, to have the broken family, the abusive father, the abandonment issues, to finding success in my 20s, the economy falling off the cliff, 2008, 2009, losing everything. I mean, I'm talking, I lost a lot. And yet to have to rebuild off of that, moving back home because tail between the legs, and yet still not giving up. Yeah, 2008, 2009, man, that shit, ouch, ouch, fuck. I mean, I felt robbed. I felt so robbed. But I never sat there. I mean, I just consider myself as a failure. When you watch the movies and shit like The Big Short and everything that happened, I mean, you know, we've been through 9/11, we've been through the Y2K shit, the 2008, 2009, the pandemic. You know, I've been through a 21-year divorce, like 13-year sobriety. My first sobriety was 3 years and I had the relapse, and at the end of the relapse was the darkest night of my soul, and that's where I start the book. I start the book, you know, at the beginning of where that night started. And then we go back to the full story and it'll play itself out, and then we won't even end at the darkest night of the soul, because that's not the end. This past 13 years of healing it's been worth every tear. It's been worth all the pain that I have felt. Yeah, thanks. I've always volunteered at homeless shelters, so I'm glad I could help you. And it's going to just be a beautiful thing to actually get that done. I felt like I gave myself some a renewal of hope. And I hope that some of you can tap into that in your own lives, in your own regards, as to like, the resistance is real. It's an invisible force. It's not biased. It doesn't give a shit about you. It wants to stop you in your tracks. It's testing. It's just a test. It's a test. So it's like if you're sitting there and it's like, hey, get a 1% better everyday journal, like, and you're like, well, what does that do for me? What do you mean? What does that do for you? It starts you to develop some new healthy habits, especially with the morning routine, self accountability, starting with positivity every single morning versus, whatever the broken, unfulfilling routine that you have now in the morning. To be able to just spend 30 minutes, maybe more, doing some reflection, getting some ideas out of your mind. I mean, a lot of people probably struggle saying, I don't really have that kind of time. It's like investing that time will actually save you time. How does it save you time? Because you start to clear your mind, all the clutter. Writing things down clears the confusion and the clutter in your mind, which really will help you down the road of this journey in terms of having more self-awareness, understanding all the voices, understanding where all this shit's coming from, because you start to organize it and sort it when you put things down on paper. It's a big deal. I know I need to do a better job of like marketing it because more people need this. This is an incredible resource, man, that I'm holding right here. I would love to ship you guys one this week. It's on sale till May 1st, right? Right now is the time if you want to consider it, right? It's usually 100. It's $85 right now. And it's on sale till May 1st. So if you're interested in jumping on this, I highly recommend that. Clearly, the other big deal is the Breath of Life Healing Circle, right? If I had the budget, if I was you and I had the budget to get $85 for the 1% Better Every Day Journal, that's a 3-month program. $80 for live, one-on-one, real deep connection. 3 times a month. It's like, I guarantee you that if you show up with the right attitude, which is really just an open attitude, you're going to just you'll keep coming back. That'll be like your weekly, that'll be like just your weekly check-in with yourself. You'll feel like, dang, this is good. And even if it's like in an online setting, that doesn't matter, right? We can transcend the separation by having that closed group. Yeah, that's cool to give that feedback, Adam. I appreciate that. Yeah, someone that's working on the 1% journal right now, Adam said, I found the videos encouraging. If you're on track, they really speak to where you're at. You can tell Greg did all these steps himself because the videos are like I'm going through exactly what he's talking about. And that's what it is. That's why it's like, if you're here and you're listening to this, I keep saying this and I mean this with all my heart. I truly believe my soul and your soul have an agreement to work together. Period. It's not an accident. It's like that little lady that told me, "Hey, if you just do this one thing, it'll change your life." And I started doing it. And that was at year 1 of 13 years. That was 13 years ago. And I've stuck with it ever since. But yet I've always been someone that is teachable, is open to try new things, because as much as I've had some times where I'm like, people have called me you think you're a know-it-all. And in my own humility, I'm like, I don't know it all, but I'm curious to know it all. I wouldn't mind knowing it all, but even in that, I've had to like pull back and allow for the mystery of some things to just be. There's some things that, we can sit there and argue and fight about dumb shit all day long. And at the end of the day, if you have an opposing view with somebody, both of you are right. Because there's plenty of things that would support any side of anything that you want to argue about. So it don't make any sense to do that. And the thing is, yeah, I mean, just try. Like, I think some people are just burned out at trying stuff, but I think most of you, again, if my soul and your soul agreed to be here tonight and you're hearing this message, right? It's not enough for you to just listen. It's not enough. Nothing changes if you just listen, because I'm not just coming with the message. I am literally giving you tools and resources to help break you through your stuckness, like gain your inner peace, build your self respect, and create some self mastery to where you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells, or you don't have to try and control everything. You can just be your true and authentic self, where it's literally finding the courage and the strength to dump all the freaking masks, to get rid of all the masks, all the falsehoods of who you are. But again, I'm just here. What I'm doing my best. I heard I'm a big fan of Alex Hormozy, and he said something the other day where it was like, um until you get there, man, just you can't walk around with shame. And there's a lot of you that you're walking around with a lot of shame, and it's like you have you have a desire to do something, but you're walking around with shame. You're walking around with like guilt and not feeling like you're good enough for this or good enough for that. And it's like, you need to stop with that. You need to stop with that. It's time. Like, if you haven't achieved what you could potential, what your potential is, you need to be all in on yourself. You ain't got time for the distractions. You ain't got time to sit there and just be in guilt and shame. You need to like become very clear, undeniable. That's the word. Undeniable. That nothing's going to deny you from accomplishing what you have inside of your heart. And we all have something special. And yet, when you compare, right, it steals your joy. And joy is an important thing. Joy is more powerful than love. It's higher up on the vibrational chart. Peace is greater than that, but joy is good. And if you're constantly comparing and being distracted, you need to refocus your time and attention onto yourself. Because that's the only thing you have control over, is yourself. That's it. You only have control over yourself. And it's interesting to think that you have time, but the thing that you would benefit most from, right? None of you benefited from who got drafted first or who gets drafted last. None of you benefit from who wins or who loses elections or, sporting events. None of you. It doesn't truly impact your personal direct life. That's a delusion. What truly impacts your life is how you think and what you do. What you do. It's not what you think. It's what you do. You got to do it. And I'm here to show you the way. Let's do I'm feeling like I wanna I don't know, visualization sounds kind of good. Maybe some breath work though. It's early enough we could maybe do both and get off a little bit earlier tonight. Who here listening would like to participate with a visualization and some breath work? Who type a 1 in the comments if you would like to. Type a 1 if you would like to participate with a visualization and a breath work exercise. If you're interested in joining with that, can you type a 1 so I know who's present? Emma, I think Ronan, Adam, Eric. Anybody else wanting to do some breath work, some visualization? If so, type a 1. If you just want to kick back and observe, that's fine too. You'll be missing out on an opportunity for you, right? To connect with yourself, right? Honor yourself. You should do it. If it was up to me, you should do it. Have you ever done it? If you haven't done it, then try it, right? Try new things, giving yourself permission to try new things, right? Yeah. You either do or you don't. You do or you don't. When you look back, right? I'm 46 years young. Anytime there's some people out there on social media that they love interviewing. Awesome. That's great, Bradley. There's a lot of people on social media, they interview like older people, like 70s, older, right? 60s, 70s, 80s. And they always ask them, like, what's the one thing, if you could give yourself a piece of advice that you would tell yourself, right? 9 times out of 10, what do those people say? Right. I wish I had done more things for me and not worried so much about what everyone else thought, right? And so many of us, we're so caught up on what we think other people are gonna think, and the worst thing is we have this freaking inner critic in our head that needs to get their asses evicted. Because if you're anything like how I used to be before I got sober, before I started down this emotional healing journey, spiritual awakening really was everything that would have been beneficial to me, I rejected it. I rejected it. I rejected it. It's like the things that would have helped me, I rejected it. That higher self, that still quiet voice, right, was always there trying to throw me a fucking uh, a life raft. It was always trying to throw me a life raft. And I always blew right past the caution tape, man. I always blew right past it just to see what was on the other side. You guys want to know what's on the other side? You already know. More pain. More pain when you keep blowing past your own higher self, your own guide, your own intuition. Because you're stubborn, because you're set in your ways, because you're just fucking hurt and have given up on trying anything that could help you because nothing works. Nothing works. This is just how it is. That's bullshit. That takes a lot to admit that, Josh. And it's like, if you think that I just said that by accident, and you're not alone, man. Like, lots of people are doing this. Like, I am sent here to help. I am sent from the future to help you guys. Do you realize that? I am the future of who you can be. Do you realize this? This is hard to realize because there's so many bullshitters on the social media. There's like a lot of fakers out there, man. There's a lot of bullshitters. There's a lot of people that act like they know what the fuck they're talking about, but they ain't really ever been through the fires, man. I'm still in the fires, but I am speaking to you from a future place. That's incredible. Yeah, one of these guys here, Adam, he's been getting locked into the breathworks and he's getting so many downloads. There's so many downloads. You guys have no idea like what you're missing out on by not taking action. I keep telling you, like, just to hear someone show up here and I'm just talking random. You just show up random. And next thing you know, oh, fuck, that's exactly what I'm going through. That's not an accident, man. That's a caution sign. That's a warning sign. That's a lifeline to you to say, hey, bro, lock in. Don't just hear what I'm saying. Start to do what I'm doing. I am literally willing to be the put me under the brightest lights, sift through me, follow me around with a fucking camera as if I don't do that with myself. So you guys can see the authenticity and people hear it. You hear it because I'm not just talking. I'm not just telling you guys, okay, here, let me play this role. This one exists out there. Here's 3 ways to manifest your dream life. Step 1, step 2, step 3. It's like, fuck, dude, that don't work. This is what works. This is how you create your dream life by healing. By healing, you guys. There's not a fast track to it. But this is what I'm starting to create is an expedited path. It is definitely a clear path. It is not a freaking instant thing. But this is the shit that's out there right now. Right. And sometimes I used to get sucked in that too. Here's the top 3 ways. Repeat this after me 5 times today, and you will manifest your dream life tomorrow. You will manifest your dream girlfriend tomorrow. You will manifest your life partner by the morning. It's like, fuck, man. Y'all still go for it, though, because you want it easy. And yet, here's a guy say, man, that's exactly what I'm going through. And I hear it every day. You just read through the comments. You ever watch this stuff? Read through the comments. The comments alone is probably the proof. It's almost like reviews, right? Because when people say, man, that's exactly what I'm going through. I really needed that. This is it. There's something different, man. You're authentic. You're coming from the heart. There's something different. It's like, dude, 1% Better Everyday Journal, Breath of Life group. Just sign up. Just sign up and join me. I've already given you guys a guarantee, right? If you really don't get it, like if you don't get anything from it, but you do show up, right? You can have your money back. Right? We'll call it freebies. Freebies for you because I know you're going to get something out of it. I know it's something that you'll get out of it. So again, let me just recap because I love going on tangents sometimes. I get fired up. That's how passionate I am about this. This isn't just for shits and giggles for me. This is my life. I am still very much at the forefront of the emotional healing, spiritual awakening movement on this planet. I know where I stand. There's a lot of people that act like, oh no, I'm good. They put on the front like they're good. But I guarantee you they have health problems. There's all kinds of different things underneath the surface. We put on a good show. But if you want total and complete health, right, you'll get that here. You'll get that with this program. We don't skip. We don't just go one dimensional. I'm not just telling you, hey, man, hit the gym, man. Fucking hit it. No days off every day. That doesn't heal the emotions. And I'm not the guy saying, hey, brother, you need this, right? Come over here. Come to this place. Say this thing. Go under that water and it'll all be good. It's like that. The spiritual doesn't fix the physical. It doesn't fix the mental, and it won't heal the emotional wounds. What I am serving up is a pathway for you to do that. Total health, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. That creates harmony within your being, inside your being. When you just do one, you don't have the others. And thus you're still conflicted. You want to have true congruence and harmony with yourself, be at peace, be in alignment. This is the way. So, real quick, if you're interested in doing the visualization and the breath work, type a one. If you're new, if you've already said a one and you're still here, you don't need to type it again. But if you're someone that's new, that's thinking to do it, Emma, it's great to have you here. Everyone else, we'll get into that now. I'll use this to even reset myself. So if you're here for that, most important thing is just make yourself comfortable. That's it. Make yourself comfortable, right? Be comfortable, lay down, kick back, get yourself a blanket, a pillow, any of those things. Whatever makes you most comfortable. If you need a blanket to feel comfortable and cozy, it's most important that you're comfortable more than anything else. I'm burning a little sage just to clear the energy here. So those of you that are here for the work, I just want to thank you for being here, having some courage, trying something new. Just surrender to this. Just maybe tell yourself an affirmation real quick, mental affirmation, right? Mentally tell yourself this. It is safe to try new things. It's a really powerful practice is the mental. Start taking your power back over your mind. Mentally tell yourself, it is safe to be my true and authentic self. Mentally tell yourself, it is safe to find out who I truly am. Mentally tell yourself that I am worthy of love. Mentally tell yourself, I'm worthy to be forgiven. Mentally tell yourself, it is safe to let down my guard. Mentally tell yourself, it is safe to trust my true higher self. With that, we'll just do some clearing breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And just make sure you get out all the breath. Go in as deep as you can and exhale as far as you can. In through your nose. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Let out all that breath. And as soon as the breath's all out, take in another deep breath in through your nose and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Let out all that breath. Release any stress, any anger, any pain, fear, doubt. Let's do another deep inhale in through your nose and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Just let out any tension, any worries, any doubts. And as you're done exhaling, just fall back into your normal breath. Put all your focus there. Mentally tell your mind that it's safe to take a rest for the next few minutes. And as you say that, just start to allow for your thoughts to just melt away as you focus in on your breath, as you focus in on the voice of my voice. We'll just do a quick body scan just to check in with ourselves. Just be mindful of any areas of your body that, from your top of your head into your face, if you feel any discomfort, just send that part of your body some love, some healing. And also just breathe into that place. If you're feeling discomfort in your head, just breathe in there. So we continue down into your neck, your shoulders. If there's any discomforts, just breathe into those areas of discomfort, tension, pain. Send healing. If everything is feeling healthy and normal, send love. Give gratitude for your healthy parts of your body. As we continue down into your arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers, just scanning, just giving appreciation for this beautiful body of yours. We'll just continue into our chest. Maybe if you can even get quiet enough for just a moment, you can connect with that beautiful, relentless heart that beats and beats and keeps your circulation flowing. Maybe send that beautiful heart some love, your lungs some love. We'll continue down into our abdominal and the digestive tract. Just looking and checking in if there's anything that might feel off. Just send some healing, activate healing in your body. Down into your groin, to your hips, your buttocks, your legs, your knees, your calves, down into your ankles and your feet and your toes. Just giving thanks for this beautiful body of yours. It's wonderfully created, miraculous how it heals on its own, except for one area, is those emotions. The emotions need more attention, more time, more focus. So if any emotions are coming up for you right now, I just ask that maybe you give your state of being in this moment a name. Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling hopeless, numb, stressed, scared, sad, happy? Just give your state of being in this moment a name, an emotional name. And as you're there and you're focused on your breath, I want you to picture yourself walking along a road that leads to a large canyon. And as you look ahead, you can see that there's a bridge that crosses from one side of the canyon to the other. And as you're walking up to the entrance of the bridge, there's a stop sign. And you pause for a moment. And you can see clear across to the other side of the bridge. And as you're standing there, you start to feel that there's something very symbolic about making it to the other side of this canyon, this chasm. And that the stop sign is here for you to truly realize that you can make it to the other side. And there's been many times that maybe you faced challenges that felt impossible, that you couldn't quite get to the other side of. But even in those times, you still found a way. There's been other times where you didn't find a way. But in this moment right now, you can see that there's a very clear path for you to make it to the other side. As you look to the other side, you begin to see a city, a town, and you can even see people. And it looks like those people are having fun. There's something about that other side where people seem to be, you can feel their energy. They're happy, they're joyful. And for a moment, you turn around and look at the town that you just came from. And it feels like a different energy. People are stressed and sad and angry, frustrated. And the color of the town lacks a vividness, a brightness, color. People look depressed. And although that town is a place that you know well, you know that this is a time that you can leave that past behind. And as you're standing there, you look down and there's a backpack. And inside the backpack are several things that you must leave behind in order to cross this bridge. And so before you open this backpack, I want you to think of several things right now that are weighing you down. Several things that if you were to step into a higher level of self, of version 2.0, what are some of the things that you know right now that you would need to let go of? As you think of those things, I want you to open up the backpack and take those things out. And what you notice when you open up the backpack, that anything that you decide to release and take out, that next to the stop sign is a trash can. It is time for you to make a decision to dispose of anything that's no longer serving you, that's no longer supporting you in the way that you desire to be supported, to be seen, to be loved, to be held. So just take a few moments to sort through the things that you want to leave behind before you start on this journey across the bridge. And as you part ways with these things that you've chosen to leave behind, you put the backpack on your back and you begin to cross the bridge. And as you begin walking towards the bridge, over your shoulder, you hear a child yell out your name. And as you turn around, you see a child running towards you. And you recognize that this child is the younger version of you. And they're somewhat upset and sad because they see that you're leaving where you once were. And they feel like you have forgotten them. And they want you to go take them with them. And as they run up frantically, they look into your eyes and they share a message with you. Receive that message now. And as they finish sharing that message, the two of you embrace. And the decision is made that they will go with you. You apologize for making it this far without realizing the importance of acknowledging, accepting, seeing, and truly embracing your inner child. Thinking life as a child was fully complete. So the two of you hold hands and you start to walk across the bridge. And off in the distance, as you're crossing this bridge, you see someone walking towards you. As you near the other side of the bridge and you're getting closer to this town where you can just sense a level of joy, peace, happiness, love. You see this person walking towards you, and they greet you and your inner child, and they tell you, welcome. They're so proud of you for making it this far. And they have a special message to share with you. Receive that message now. And as they complete this special message, the three of you embrace and they invite you to this new place. And they tell you that there's a special place just for you. And you start to walk down this main street. And at the end of the main street, there's this beautiful home. And your special visitor says, this home is yours. I want you to really visualize, what is that home? What does it look like? What are the details? What's the construction? How does this place look in your mind? And as you visualize this home and you're walking closer and closer to it, you see out front that there's a welcome sign. And you begin to walk up to the front door. And as you get to the front door, you put your hand on the doorknob and you open the door. And you, your inner child, and the special visitor all enter into this incredible new space. Take time to walk through and truly connect with this space. The materials, the walls, the floors, the ceilings, the decor, and really begin to feel this space. Feel the energy. Feel it as if your biggest dream just came true. What would that feel like to you? Would it feel okay or would it feel incredible? Would you just have like the biggest smile on your face walking into your dream home, knowing it's all yours? It's all yours. You didn't have to struggle. You didn't have to fight. You didn't have to. All you had to do was just release a few things to be able to step into this whole new reality. So just take in this space with as much detail as you can. And eventually you get to where there's a living room. And in the living room, there's a really comfortable, cozy couch. And the three of you sit down at the couch. And from the ceiling drops down a projection screen. And on that projection screen, a movie begins to play of your potential life, your dream life, you doing the thing that you are truly meant to do on this planet. Might be something so different than what you're doing now. Just sit back and relax and allow for the scenes and the images of your dream life. Really allow for those images to project from the depths of your heart. And as you take in the sights and sounds of this higher potential, so I just saw 555. It's a symbol of change and transformation. Just allow yourself to take in this moment, to know that there is so much more available to you if you can just show up willing to release anything that no longer serves you. And as you're sitting there on that couch, you just take a moment to reconnect with yourself, have gratitude for this moment, and understand the importance of being able to have a vision. If at all you struggled throughout this, you can always know that not all is lost. All it takes is you making some time to get a pen and a paper and start to dream dreams. Taking these last few moments, relaxing in this beautiful space that you can call home. On the count of 5, go ahead and begin to come back into our bodies to reconnect with our breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and open up your eyes. You can stretch if you need a stretch. If you do have a pen and paper and you'd like to write down any details, any downloads, any of the messages, the images that came through, these are all really important parts to be able to really fill in and colorize the desires of your heart and the potential of your life. And as I said, if you struggled visualizing some of this, don't be hard on yourself. It doesn't always come natural when there's a lot of other things in the way. However, as I said, you can absolutely start to create more time for yourself. Early morning is best before anyone else is up. Start creating some early morning quiet time where you can reflect. Start to dream dreams. Write some stuff down. Allow for your imagination. Does anybody remember what the imagination does? Remember when we were kids, when you were a child, that little inner child used to, if you were anything like me, I mean, I had a huge imagination. I used to make believe so much stuff. I mean, we didn't have all the high tech and all that, man. I mean, it was make believe. And that was good enough. It was incredible to be able to just sit there and make believe all day and imagine. And so life is maybe taking you a lot down a lot of different paths that's maybe taking away some of that imagination and that ability to have fun, make believing. I can tell you though that nothing that's ever been did not start with imagination. Our imagination has created every single thing in existence. Just ponder that for a second. Nothing, nothing just was. Everything that has been made through the creative, divine inspiration of a man or a woman on this planet. And you are no different than any of the greatest inventors, creators. You have the ability to imagine. The only thing holding you back is yourself. That's beautiful. Yeah, Adam here says, wow, 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 even deeper healing tonight. Didn't know I could go that deep. I saw exactly what I need to let go of and why. And so if you participated, you know, again, I don't plan these things. This is a gift of mine, right? I've been given this gift. It's not mine, it's to share. Hey, thanks for that, Zorian. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you and I appreciate you. So, I mean, even in just that magic, you guys, if you got some downloads, if some stuff came up, I mean, this is the visualization piece. It's so important, right? There's a verse in the Bible. I think it says, "A nation that lacks vision suffers." Right? We suffer when we don't have a vision for our own lives. Like, you don't need to have the national vision. You don't need to have the world. You don't need to have the vision for how the world gets fixed. You just need to have a vision for what you have control over. And a lot of times it's not about what you need to do, other than it's what you need to let go of. Most things we need to just let go of things. Old identity, old habits, old relationships, right? That just don't serve us. We're stuck. You're saying you're stuck, and it's like, man, you haven't found a new friend or a new connection or tried something new in forever, and you're wondering why you're stuck, why you feel stuck. Well, give yourself a high five, a hug if you tried this tonight, something new. And again, I would love to have you join the Results Kill Excuses Breath of Life Healing Circle that starts May 4th, Sunday, May 4th at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. All are welcome, right? You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to show up, right? Just show up. That's all you have to do. Sign up. You have to sign up. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Ronan. Right? Signing up and showing up. And even if the 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time doesn't work for you, it'll be recorded so you can find the right time for you and basically follow through everything as if it was live. So, what excuses do you got? What's in your head that's going to say, nah, don't do that? Again, the Breath of Life circle is going to include connection, some reflection, visualizing, breathing, and ultimately healing. It's a healing process. This is the real process of healing. Yeah, man. You can see me again. I'll be on here. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for checking in. You can go to resultskillexcuses.com to sign up for the Breath of Life group. You can definitely see me there. I would love to see all of you there. If you're looking for something to start creating a journaling practice, I have the best journal in the entire world right here in my hands. Yes, this one right here. You can check it out in the shop. It's on sale right now. 1% better everyday journal. This is the game changer. This can help you to activate self accountability, start to process some negative beliefs and patterns, heal some of your emotions, and certainly sort through just everyday challenges in life by starting to cultivate a more positive outlook, right? A more positive perspective about who you are and the things you're doing, right? Giving yourself some credit where credit's due. A lot of you are putting in a lot of work, but have nothing to show for it, and yet you don't have the receipts. Journaling is keeping the receipts so that you can so that when you look back, you can be like, if you're having a bad day, you can go back a month ago, right? Journaling's so beautiful because if you're having a shitty day, you can go back a month ago and be like, how was I feeling a month ago? Oh, wow. Dang, I went through that. I kind of even forgot about that. That's wild. And then you like kind of pick yourself up. Man, I'm doing good. We don't really give ourselves credit because a lot of times we're just trying to figure it all out in our heads. That needs to stop. And if you have a hard time stopping all the thinking, the breath is what gets you out of your head and into your body. And when you start getting more into your body, guess what? You're going to start to tap into more of the creative, get these downloads to really give you some inspiration and some actionable things. I mean, it's incredible what comes through. It's incredible. I mean, some people would call it a miracle, but it's like, no, you will get your big ideas in doing breath work. Guaranteed. You will start to get some big ideas, some little ideas, and all the little steps you need to take, right? To really start believing in yourself and taking action. So thanks, Adam. I appreciate that, man. I'm grateful for you, grateful for everyone else that's here. Yeah, it took me a long time to realize that, I don't need permission to do this. I've been doing it. I have the receipts, I have the results, right? Not just physical, but mental, the emotional. I mean, you can play back 3 years ago, me getting on here, dropping F-bomb. I mean, I've changed so much. I've grown so much, and I continue to every single day. I'm a new version of me every single day. And that is a beautiful thing because I'm trying to see how far I can go. And I hope that you will join me on this journey. We don't have to do it alone. We can do it together. And the more the merrier, because this is what makes this world a more healthy, prosperous, and beautiful place. I think that's all I got, you guys. I love you. Thank you so much, everyone that shared the message tonight. Subscribe to the channel, right? A lot of new subscribers coming in. I appreciate all that. I appreciate hearing from you in the comments. 2 last plugs. Sign up for the Breath of Life Healing Circle. Starts May 4th. If you sign up now, you're going to get one of these incredible Results Kill Excuses, 7 chakra clearing, positive energy, infinity bracelets. These remind me of the infinity gauntlet so much, especially when you're wearing it. You're wearing it like that. It has all those colors. You're like, man, it's like I got my own infinity gauntlet. I'm unstoppable for sure. But if you sign up for the Breath of Life group, this is a $50 value right here. These bracelets are no joke. When you get them in your hand, they're going to be anointed with some chakra clearing oils through ceremony. So get yourself one of these. I've been making these myself by hand. I enjoy it. It's kind of meditative. I'm going to let my son drive tomorrow. I'm going to probably make some more. And so get yourself one of those. And if not, get yourself a 1% Better Everyday Journal. It's on sale until May 1st. I would hop on that right now. Click on the link down below. Get it in the shop. You guys know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it.